cupboards. Hi people. Right. Piece I've cut, this is where I'm thinking, in here, yeah. It is slightly longer than I need, so there is one little advantage to working in a van when it's cold outside and there's snow showers forecast. Listen to that. Beautiful. Just getting it going. One match as well. This is a great little design in log burner. You just open that slightly, draws lovely. And you can see it drawing now, look. So I'll get that wood nice and warm and I'll put a couple of little coals on there. And that will keep me toasty while I'm working. Using the fire now. This is the first time I've used coals. What I've done is I've looked up there, because I haven't finished this part off yet, but I've had a look up there just to make sure everything seems okay. And it all looks good. The seal and everything is fine. The fire is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. This is exactly what I was trying to aim for. I mean, how cozy is that? Absolutely stunning. In fact, I'll leave that open. Heat blasting in here now, because that's not going to spit anywhere. That's them slow burning eggs, and it's threatened snow showers outside. Sorry about the camera waving about and everything. Over there you can see, because it's the first test with coals and everything, and I'm enclosed in here working, I've got the carbon monoxide alarm just there, just to, you know, warn me in case anything is untoward. But other than that, it's fantastic. I'm really enjoying working in it. Right, so on from the fire. There. Got myself a little lamp plugged in. So I've put more of these across here, and I've discussed it with Tracy, and she likes the idea of putting a little carpet in there just to stick it down, just to stop things moving back and forth. We could put rubber and this, that and the other, or a different kind of matting, which we've got, but Tracy and I agreed the carpet would be quite good because it would be good at dampening the sound as well. So that's what we're going to go for. And also, what we're doing here is we're putting pans in there, and you can see, this is just an example, but look at that space there. And pans are lightweight, they're not heavy. What we didn't want to get into was the idea of putting food and tin stuff in here, because you're going to compromise the central balance of the van. You might not think it, but when you start chucking things in, you know what it's like when you're carrying shopping in. It can be heavy, and you imagine that at the top of your van. The central force there could be quite significant. So that's why we've decided to go for like empty containers, plastic containers, stuff like that, so that we're not bending down all around the kitchen. We can get in here and get to them easily. So this is the cupboard front for the bit that's going to go next to the sink, or just above the sink. So I'm fumbling around like a buffoon in the dark. There we go. Okay. go and match that up to it now. Next on the agenda now, I've lost my pencil, but there it is. Right, cardboard, taking that, using it as a template. So the end of my cupboard, where the cupboard sort of goes like that, I've got a space there. So what I'm going to do is put the cardboard up, keep cutting it down until I get a perfect shape. Bring that back, carpet it, carpet that, and then we're getting ready for fitting again. So what I'm doing now with the card, feeding it onto there, getting it nice and level, and then just taking an angle. So I'll cut that angle away now just to see what it's like. There we go. So have a look through there, see what we're like for gap. Yeah, a little bit more off that top. See it in the corner there? That's looking a lot better now. Right. So I'll go cut that and then I'll put it on top of the wood. What you can see in there now is carpet. Tracy came up with the idea. Well, I mentioned it to her and she said it was a good idea. So we've trimmed it down, and it's a way just of reducing, again, noise and friction. Just tack it in a couple of places just to, and that's the way to do it, is just go back and forth with your hand like so. There, and that'll dry nice and straight. I've took my hat off because I'm absolutely roasting. It's snow threatened and everything for tonight, but I'm baking while I'm doing this because I've got the fire on, so it's nice and warm in here. I keep testing the fire as much as I can at the moment because while I'm in the safety of home, anything that may look like it, needs dealing with or treating, I can do it straight away. If a tile was to crack or something was to, whatever, I don't know, anything really. So, and it seasons the fire as well. Right, that's that. So I'm going to put the end piece on now. This piece now I've done like that, so, and that's ready to fit on the end, which will go up against here, nice and smart, and really finishes that cupboard off then. Now you can see the edge now, how that finishes that off nice. There you go. Somebody did mention that they said putting all this carpeting, frontage and stuff on here. He said, aren't you worried about dust or concerns? He said it's not their choice of cupboard frontage. But I prefer it because it's warmer. It adds towards the soundproofing. It's also a cheaper alternative. If you've got ply, you're going to have to cover it, do something with it to make it appealing. So again, carpet over it, it makes it appealing. So all I'm trying to do is really just provoke your thoughts into what you want to do with your van, how you want to present it to yourself. So when you get in it, you think, right, that's fine, that's what I wanted. So that's what I've done. the carpet, you know, there's no issues with dust because it's just a small space, isn't it? I don't live in the van, so it's, you know, I mean, you could go along it with a hoover, but I actually went across. I mean, look, this has been in for a few weeks now. There's nothing really coming off there at all, is there? So it's not bad. So the gentleman who mentioned it, I forget his name, but you know, concerns are always justified. But then again, when you look at a lot of vans, they buy the carpet, self-builds and motorhomes, you know, that are factory built. They're completely carpeted all the way around, you know, so that could be a dust issue. So it's not, you know, something that's unheard of that I am doing. The Contiki we used to have all across here was Hessian. The whole ceiling was Hessian, you know, and that was about soundproofing and keeping the warmth in as well. So you'll find your own happy medium, but this is mine. I'm happy with that. It, you know, it creates a warmth. And also, if you're going to bang your head on something, I'd rather bang my head on something that's got a bit of carpet on it rather than a sharp edge or a piece of, you know, hard wood or something like that. So there's that about it as well. Onwards and upwards. And this is where my, whoops, that's where my front's going to go in, like so. What I'm, careful James, wreck the joint. So what I'm doing is putting in a piece of wood. That's level. I'm putting this back piece on now. Obviously van's level, spirit level, show me that that's nice and level. Couple of pilot holes in the wood, drilling them in. But what I did with this, because I knew I had to do this lining up first to satisfy my own curiosity when I was building. So here, instead of putting a normal L bracket in, I put a hinge so that I could move this in and out of the way. And now I can put it back, and then that's secured again then, so that I can get on with the rest of the build. So I'll just nip this up. There we go. I haven't nipped it up proper yet because it's crucial that you drill this pine before fitting it, because it will split dead easy. There you go. Lovely. So there we go. I've got now, that's the base for my cupboard floor. That's in nice and level. That is nice and secure. I've positioned that with a bit of a bracket there because I'm putting some across here, but I'll have a slide on it. So I'm happy that that is going to go into there nice and snug now. Yeah, that's a good fit. Morning people. Very chilly morning today. Right, this wood here, I've gone into it. It's just normal, you know, 2x1 or 2x1. No, 2 3/4 into it when it's been planed. Anyway, yeah. It's gash bits of wood, which I was going to use for something else, but I'm not. So what I've done, gone in with a grinder, scored it, put some different design, so it kind of matches in as well with what I'd done previously on here. See how I've cut into that with the grinder to give it an effect, you know. So I've done the same again. And I just want to smarten up, because this is the edging now for here, look, there. So I'm going to fit that and do the same on the other side, just to bring that trim into there. Putting these pieces in here, that's going to go up to there, like that. But what I need to do is put the screws through there, because there's nothing for me to go onto there. So they're going through that way. They're not, it's not going to be load bearing, it's cosmetic anyway. But what I have got is the screws aren't long enough to go through. So what I've done is drilled my 3 holes, which are like that, so that I don't split the wood. And then all I've done is used a bigger drill. And all I did was with the drill bit, so I didn't go too far down. I worked out how far I wanted to go with the drill bit, then put some tape around the drill bit there, and then drilled in as far as I could see the tape start, and did the same there and there. And now I can countersink my screws into there, and I don't need to go out and buy bigger screws just for that job. And then a bit of wood filler in there before I varnish, and that's that done. And that'll be cushy, nice and cosy in there. Look. These are all jobs I'm catching up on now, so whoops-a-daisy, there we go. Lay off the alcohol, James. The strip, hey, okay Tiger, tighten it up. Right, take two. Right, you can see here, look. So what I've done is cut the strip, and I'm just catching up on snaggy jobs that I've been neglecting, you know, because I've been carrying on with other stuff. So I'm putting that strip in there. As you can see there, look behind the fire, look, that piece of wood's there now, smartening all of that up, so that looks nice, ready for varnishing. So I'm just going to do this side now, and the top piece. Oh, also look, I'll put my carbon monoxide alarm there because I thought that's good. It's nice and high, and it's up near where the sleeping quarters will be if we're chilling out, and also it's out the way as well. It won't get knocked over, or so that when we can see it as well, if it's not flashing, it shows that it's not working or something like that. This bit I'm using just bits of strip that's left over from stuff, so I'm going to put a few blobs of sealant on there, and because this doesn't fit quite flush like that, but it does actually go nice at an angle, which would be good as well, because if anything splashed then it drops down. So I'm going to do that, stick that down like so. You can see that. So I'm just going to tidy up that little edge there now. Again, I've got light fading. Small piece of wood, coated it in carpet, and then just forcing it into here, and then just using a couple of screws to make a mess, and as you do, there you go. Pull that in now. Look. There you go. Nice and steady. It's not load bearing, so I've made a mark there so I can put into the metal to hold it, which I'll do in a bit. But at the moment I'm just putting a couple of screws in just to tighten it up. I'm quite pleased with that, because that's tidied up that bit where the side door is. So that's nice. I'll just put one last one here and shake it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that pulls that in. I know some of you will be saying, oh, using screws and this and that, but I'm at the end of my budget now. I can't go out and shell out on different things. So I'm using what I've got left. If I've bought screws, and that's what I'm using. And it doesn't look too bad. This carpet actually buries them nice. There we go. I'll drill that now. Right, drilled a little hole in there, put one screw in there, and that's fastened it in nice now. So it's just a case of doing the other side now, smartening that up, which you might be able to see. I've got the old dancey music on from the 90s because I was an Ibiza chap in my younger days. So I've glued that bit, and now I've just got left is this bit here to fold up. See that? There, look. So I'm going to glue the top of that and then push that in and hold it with wood. So it'll be a bit time consuming, but that'll be done then. Quick recap, what have we done? Okay, all of that is sealed now. Underneath as well, I smartened it up with a bit of sealant. And the wood on top as well. That's just ready for varnishing, but it tidies it up. Put some nice aluminium along there, and finished off the door frame here. Look, see, all this was ready for doing, so that's all done now. You can see it all looks very nice in there, and also quite pleased with that is this here as well. That's all finished off, and that's a bottle of water there. So that's all sealed and done, because that was looking a little bit grubby, and that's sorted, because that's the big problem with the hang on, let me turn off my music, otherwise I'll have the copyright dogs all over me. There we go, silence. That's the problem with the build, is you'll get so far into it and get, you know, like your brunt of your work done, and then when you're catching up on little snagging jobs and stuff like that, you think, oh, get that done, or get that done, and then you have lots of little jobs that sort of mount up that need doing, and it's mainly trim and tidying. So if you can sort of put a day to one side and just apply yourself to that, I feel loads better now that I know that I've gone in, started it and got it done, because it does stare you in the face and it gets annoying after a bit. So they're all done and caught up now. The other thing I've been doing as well is under there, you know, when I did the trim with the carpet just there to smarten that bit up, well, I carried this along there and I did it with Hessian on this side, because I thought, well, you're going to be able to see there. So I'm just going to finish doing this bit of cupboard now, put the floor, well, the cupboard base in. So that's another wee job to get out of the way, and then that'll be another job jobbed.